We are live. It is the 10th of November, 2025. It is 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what are we going to be?
Very professional.
Thank you. Thank you. What are are you laughing? Why are you
I don't know. It sounded too professional.
too professional?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be more.
Be more casual?
Be less professional.
Okay, I'll be less professional.
No, that's just stupid.
Okay. Right. So we are live. We're going to be doing something differently today. So we've been doing sketch cards for the past few weeks,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
but maybe
right.
you want to let them know what today is going to be.
Oh, oops. Need to
Yeah.
mute this. Today I'm just gonna draw a page from my comic that I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
And I think that last time when I was in the sketch phase, people couldn't see very well the sketches because the pencils are not going through very well in the camera. So I decided to do the sketches beforehand now. So I have like the sketch ready. So I'm gonna ink today, and it's the first page of the comic. The comic is called Helix Sky. I already talked about it before because I've done an ashcan for New York Comic Con, and I gave it to people there. So it's already, I guess people already know about it. But it's not signed to any publisher yet. So I'm actually looking for a publisher for it now. And I'm starting. So the ashcan was it was like a trailer. So it was combined with a bunch of different scenes from the story. And right now I'm starting like from issue 1. So this page today is gonna be the first page of the story. And
Do you want to give a little bit of like a general overview of what it's about, or just like a teaser, maybe?
It's a science fiction, and it's a utopian science fiction, and it's the first time I'm doing a story which is utopian. When I say utopian, I mean that there's nothing wrong in the system that the story itself is happening in. So the system is like the social economic system in the world that I built for this story, and it's a utopia without any caveats or something wrong with the utopia. It's a real utopia, and the story is actually the most interesting thing about the story is it happens all by linear space as opposed to linear time. So it's called Helix Sky. So the story starts with the very bottom part of this world and goes in a spiral up. So each scene is depicted from a specific spot in the spiral, and there's no linear time. There's only linear space, and that's the most like interesting idea about it.
Is the city shaped like a spiral, or
No, it's not shaped, but the camera moves like a spiral
right?
upwards. So it's a city is built like in a 3D, like a 3D space, and not like cities we live in today, which are mostly like ground level, but there's high rises that you can go up and down. So this city you can go up and down and on the X and Y axis, but not only on the ground, but also on the upper levels. So it's a 3D city. And that's the idea, basically. So the camera starts at the -1. So the first issue is at -1, and it goes up to First floor, 20th floor, then 40th floor until the story ends. And yeah, that's basically what I can say now.
We can move into the beginning of your inking. You're ready to start inking. And if anyone has any, I don't know if anyone's on yet. It usually takes them a few minutes to show up. But when you do show up, if you have any questions, you can type those into the chat on YouTube or Twitch. We're going to be receiving those questions, and then I'll funnel them to you while you're working.
Okay.
Let's switch to the camera. We'll take a look at your table.
Okay, so this is the first page. So it's a splash page, no panels. Well, basically one panel, one big panel. And this is one of the characters, and we see, this is basically what we see. I don't think I need to explain much more.
Yeah.
And it's kind of new for me to do this kind of composition, because the character itself is very small on the page. And I don't know, I find it hard to make interesting compositions with small characters. I don't know why. So I decided to try it. Anyway. So you can see that this character has some sort of climbing gear. It's also part of the story.
The climbing gear?
So it's not about climbing, but there's a lot of climbing in it. Something that we do.
When you say that it's something that we do, you could probably expand on that a little bit, because I'm sure that not everyone is aware of what you mean by that.
You can expand on that.
I can.
You'll do it better than me, for sure.
Actually, Nir and I met climbing, indoor climbing, bouldering more specifically. And it was around, I'd say, 13 years ago, 12 years ago.
You shouldn't expose our...
I'm not doxing us. It's just, it's been over a decade. And we kept on climbing through the whole period. I, at one point, began instructing climbing as well. And so it went through somewhat of an evolution, my journey with climbing instruction. I began teaching workshops and adult courses. And at some point, I started training a youth national competition group. So we have like climbing is interwoven into our stories here in the real world.
But for the first time, it's in my actual comics. I think for the first time. I had like small maybe scenes with climbing, and mostly maybe parkouring.
Right.
But I never wrote a story about climbing.
No, not a story about climbing, but you had a character the main protagonist in Outskirts of Vision was somewhat of a climber or parkourist, was he not?
No.
No, were they not like parkourists, or am I remembering?
Yeah, more parkour.
Yeah.
Not really climbing.
Yeah. And yeah, but it's the first time that the character is an actual professional climber, we'd say.
Are you on the zoom camera, or?
I am on the zoom camera, yeah.
Yeah, because the character is very small, and I don't know. So it's mostly about the city here.
Yeah.
Because I think it's supposed to be one of the main characters of the story. So the first page is gonna be more like an introduction to the city. And as you can see, now it's upside down, but it's a very three-dimensional city.
Is this underground?
Yeah, this is the first scene, so it's like looking from underground but upwards. So you see the buildings and the high rises and all the connections between the buildings and the bridges.
Would I be correct in guessing that the character is falling in this frame?
Yeah, it's falling.
Yeah.
For sure.
And he has climbing axes.
Yeah. I think it's called tools.
Yeah, it is called.
I don't think we.
No, they are called tools. We wouldn't really know because that's a completely different type of ice climbing. Is its own entity, and there are people that go into that and they basically have barely or never bouldered before or lead climbed. They just go straight into the axe climbing. I think it depends on. There's a Canadian contingent. I think Montreal has more of that type of facility. Competitions have been held there before as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's more of like Northern European countries that are into the ice sports.
But there's also dry tooling, which is the same thing, but with not on ice,
exactly,
but on built walls.
Yeah, dry tooling is to lead climbing no, I'll say it this way. Dry tooling is to ice climbing what indoor gym climbing is to cliff climbing.
Yeah.
In the sense that it is a synthetic environment and it's built out of plywood, and you don't really have the danger of anything, detaching from the cliff face or falling on top of you, and it's a very sterile environment in which to climb and learn how to climb.
I guess stuff can fall on you, but I think people are getting injured from the axes that can fall on.
I don't know that that's a very prevalent thing, but obviously it has happened before. It's not it's not a daily occurrence in climbing because they're used to handling their tools in a specific way. So there's all sorts of, you can lean the tool on your arm in the meantime.
For example, here it's attached to his arms.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure actually if they do that.
Sometimes they do. No, they do. Sometimes they do. Yeah. There are climbers that attach them to themselves, and there are climbers that prefer having the flexibility of just, if it drops, it drops.
I saw a picture of climbers attaching them to their harness, not to their hands.
Oh, not.
But maybe
no, they're not attached to the hands. They can't be attached to the hands because sometimes you will lay one axe on your elbow or your shoulder and grab onto one tool with two hands in order to switch and do a move. So you have to be able to let go of it physically.
Okay.
But it is attached to your either harness or to your suit somehow, to your clothing.
Here I'm wrong with choosing to attach it to his arms, but that's okay. It's a story.
No, yeah, it's okay. I mean, it still makes sense. He can let go of the actual axe if he wants to, as long as he can do that. It makes sense. So yeah, actually, like, if you guys have any questions, as we normally take them from you and funnel them to Nir while he's doing his thing, it could be about climbing today, or about, our relationship with climbing, or about his process.
So basically now I kind of finished. So this is a very fast drawing for the characters, and so the first thing I usually do for a comic page is working on the characters, because the characters I do them with the dip pen because I find it more like organic looking.
Yeah.
So it suits organic objects. And here we only have one, and it's pretty small, so I finished.
Also,
everything.
your character here is in the middle of the page, so you don't really have, I mean, you can go around it with thicker utensils afterwards and still be able to see the
Oh
character,
no,
whatever
I
you're
don't
doing?
like doing getting over lines twice. So
Yeah,
I'm trying to. This is why I'm using dip pens, because it's easy for me to do like put more pressure if I want heavy lines and less pressure if I want narrower lines.
yeah.
And you can see, for example, here I did the outline of the leg very heavy, not very heavy, but a bit more heavy than the interior lines here, like the lines here. And because I know I'm gonna like color this, black it out, all the blacks area here, then I'm usually I'll do like the corners of the blacks, because it's harder for with another tool, which I'm gonna use now because I'm finished with this, which is a bit more thick than the dip pen.
Yeah.
I'll use the Posca pen now. This one is the narrowest. Then, as you can see here, I've done the pointy tip of the shoe here with the dip pen, and that's why it's easier for me to black the whole thing out, because the tip of it is already done. I don't know if it made any sense what I just said.
Yeah, it makes sense. You're pre-planning the tougher portions by
It's not exactly tougher portion. It's like the tips, because if I like do just I don't know. I guess I want to do a shape like this, and I want to color it
right.
in black.
You can't fill it
I can't
the corner in
the
with something
corner.
that's thicker.
Yeah, it's thick. It's too
Yeah,
thick, and I couldn't. So I do the
right.
corner before, and then I do afterwards the thicker lines.
Yeah.
So this page is going to be fun because it's easier for me to draw backgrounds
Yeah.
than characters. It's not that it's easier, it's like
It just goes faster.
it goes faster, and you don't need to be very precise like you are with characters, because when people see drawings, they look at the characters first. We are basically, our brains know how to recognize a face and a character much better than architecture or background. So if we see something wrong with the character, it's more prominent, I guess, more
apparent.
Yeah, more apparent.
But prominent is also a good word.
But not for this.
No, just generally, it's a good word.
Yeah, it's not prominent, apparent.
I don't know if Nick is on, if he's here now. I don't see him on at the moment.
Did Nick get the...
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask him, but...
If we got the sketch cards from
yes,
last time?
yeah. Did you...
I sent it, yeah. It was... I think I've done it on Tuesday.
Yeah, and today... What is today? It's already...
Monday.
Monday, yeah. I mean,
I'm sure it's there.
It's probably, yeah. He's in the US and he's on the East Coast.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's not that far. But, you know, Canada Post.
Canada Post. Yeah, we've been having some issues with strikes here. Canada Post has been striking, and there are some difficulties, mostly with governmental documents and things of that nature. But I think it's also been affecting just general shipping of certain items, envelopes, small packages.
Unless you use
yeah, a private service
UPS.
like yeah.
Is it possible to see anything?
Yeah,
It's so
it's
small.
no, it's actually it's nice because it's in the middle of the frame and I'm not able to go really tightly onto it, but we can tell what you're doing.
Oh, I forgot to. I wanted to do maybe to try the. Let's try the Instagram live as well. So we're doing live on Instagram and YouTube at the same time.
Right. So at the moment it's YouTube and Twitch, and then we're gonna attempt now to go live on
I
Instagram
think
as
we
well.
are live.
Have we been live for the entire time?
No, just now.
Okay.
But so on Instagram, there's no microphones because it's for my phone.
Oh,
So
they won't be able to hear
whatever,
us?
they'll be able to hear what my phone hears.
Oh,
So
okay, I see. So it'll actually hear you okay, I guess,
maybe.
because it's right above you.
Mm-hmm. Maybe just me.
So hello to Instagram, anyone joining us on there. It's our first time live streaming on Instagram as well as YouTube and Twitch, which we've been doing for the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see.
I do not know if their chat funnels. No, it wouldn't funnel into where.
No.
Yeah, it's not connected to the restream. But yeah, I hope you enjoy watching the process.
And if you, I don't know, if it disconnects from for some reason, you can join the YouTube stream.
Definitely join the YouTube stream. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, which is just Nir Levie, Levie on YouTube, or the same thing on Twitch.
Yeah.
That would be an easier way of just being reminded whenever a live stream is coming up or a new video is posted.
Okay, right now I finished like blacking out all the areas, but the exterior of the areas with this narrow Posca pen, and I'm going to switch now to a wider one because I have some somewhat bigger areas here, and it's going to be easier to do them with a wider pen. But again, it's a very small character here, so I think I finished it, except of the white lines over the blacks, which I do later. And we also have some blacks here. And I think this is the phase. Oh, I forgot some black lines here. It's the axe. Okay, now we are done. And okay, so we have this big black area here. I prefer doing the blacks right after the, so I usually start with the characters. Like if it's a page with panels, I'll do all the characters on the page. Just because if I'm using a tool, I prefer using it like on all the page and then moving on to the next thing. So after the characters, I'll do the blacks because it helps maybe for not going over twice on the same areas.
Yeah.
So this is a big area. I do have. I think I had like a bigger Posca pen.
Oh, for sure you do.
I usually I do it with the inks, but I don't want to use the inks now.
Why?
The ink. I don't know. I'm afraid it's gonna spill again. I have like a post trauma from
From last week.
From what happened last time. Yeah.
But I mean, it is connected to the table now.
Yeah, it is.
There's no reason for it to tip over.
And it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. It's like just the only thing that is like this, the only downside to doing doing it this way is it's a different ink.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time people can't notice it.
Yeah.
It looks almost the same. Sometimes inks have different colors, but the Posca ink is very opaque and black, so it's okay.
Is there not a danger of slipping onto the light pad with the Posca, or is it easily cleaned off of the
Yeah,
light?
it's easy to clean it off.
Is it acrylic?
Yeah, because it's acrylic, you do with your
fingernail,
It's
yeah.
because it's a very
Smooth
smooth
surface.
surface.
Yeah.
But this pan is almost empty. I know that you don't like that you see the brush strokes.
Yeah, I don't like it when the technique shows because I feel that it takes me out of the illusion of what is trying to be depicted, and it moves me firmly into the realm of pure technique, which is simply mechanical. It almost takes the three-dimensionality of art and like forces it back into two-dimensional space.
It's funny because I think collectors like it. Like they prefer seeing like the process over the page a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, you could get both of those things, right? So you can like show the process in a way that doesn't detract from the form.
I remember I saw Mike Mignola's originals, and he has very heavy blacks on his paintings.
Yeah.
And in the comics, you don't see any texture on the blacks.
Yeah.
But when you see his originals, you see a lot of texture, and you see like a direction to the brush strokes
Okay, yeah.
on the blacks, which is cool, I think. And it's completely lost in the comic. It's interesting. I think he does it on purpose. He like chooses like dry brushes,
Yeah,
specifically to show
the texture.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, someone of that ilk obviously has the control to choose their technique and the way that the image ends up looking.
Yeah, but eventually in the comic you don't see it. You see like black because
maybe that's part of it as well.
And it gets people are doing all the what's the name of it, like color correction
Contrasting and color correction. I mean, if I were a big Mike Mignola fan, not that I'm not, but if I were like a collector and collecting originals, I think it would be very exciting to me as a collector to happen upon an original and then be able to see all of the work that goes into it physically, the way that you were talking about before, and not being able to see that in the comic because it would give it like an extra dimension.
That's what happens.
Yeah, no, I'm saying maybe they do it on purpose. They contrast it on purpose so
Do you think so?
Perhaps, yeah, it could be.
Maybe I think it's just him. There's no one else who like chooses these things for him. So
right,
if it's on purpose, it's his idea.
Oh yeah, I think it might be on purpose. Jamie has a question. I like this question, Jamie. Does your experience of spatial distortion and unusual angles while climbing directly inspire the warped fisheye perspective you use in comic art?
No, not that I know of. I don't think so. But so I think I talked about the warped perspectives before. So this is I don't know if I can show it, but I think you can see it. Yeah, you can see it a little bit from the image here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 point perspective. And I basically I developed this perspective grid by myself, what you see here in the background, and it was in order to be able to tile it, like to is there a name for it when
What?
you like copy and paste it and like do a grid?
Stamping?
No.
Oh.
So
Cloning?
cloning, but tiling. I think it's called tiling.
Tiling?
So I have like a basic grid. Let's say it's like this. If it's a 1 point perspective grid, and I wanted to be able to like do multiple of them, but so they could together work as one image.
Yeah.
So I wanted it to be, so I would be able to clone them like this.
Yeah.
And I think it's called tiling.
Tiling,
No?
maybe, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's tiling. So I developed this specific perspective grid, which works like this. We have a point in the middle, but here there's no point in the middle because it's here, the middle one.
Right.
And we have point here, 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 and here.
Yeah.
So it basically it works like this. We have like a grid like this. We have the horizon line, and for it, so it's hard to explain because it's each point has to, like all the other points has to go to it.
Right.
So this point as well, this point as well. So we have another like lines that goes like this.
Yeah.
And that way I can tile it. I can copy and paste it to the sides and to here and to here. And it works like as if we have like a horizon point here, 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 and here. And I can like do like the image that starts here and goes here. So I can do like the same image with a, let's say, a person and horizon line here, and the all the perspective is converging to this area.
Yeah.
So it's, for me it's very flexible because if I do like I use it for the background of most of the pages, and I can choose like a maybe a panel here, but the panel here uses the same grid as the panel here.
Yeah.
But I can like switch the maybe point of view. Maybe here it would be like this, and here it would be like this.
Right.
So not all of the pages are like that, done like that, but a lot of them, and mostly more of the like more energetic pages or more action themed pages, I do them like this because I think it's more dynamic. And there's much more to say about this because it's actually it's based on a study that's people done on how people view how you see the world.
Right.
Because our brain makes the lines look as if they are straight, but actually the perception is you see most of the time you see only curves, and the brain is like makes this look like as if it's straight lines. And I took like they did like a study, and they developed a grid that shows how people see, how they actually see the world.
Right.
And I just took it and I developed this grid, which I'm using right now. And I started using it, I think, when I've done BioRipple, I think.
Yeah, maybe a little bit before BioRipple, or for BioRipple.
I think, yeah, for BioRipple, and afterwards I developed it more on Age of Canaan, because there as well, if you see the pages, it's a lot of the pages have the same grid, and even if we have like panels here, the panels themselves are in the same grid system, so they have the same perspective as the other panels. I don't know if anything of it gets through, but it's a bit complicated.
I think you explained it. I mean, if I were to maybe sum it up somehow, and then you'll know if I understood correctly, is that you created your own sort of multipolar perspective fisheye grid that you can tile.
Yeah.
And it's based off of studies of how people actually, how their brain actually takes in visual information.
Yes, exactly.
And then the other part of it, which I understood, was that you're able to, because it's tileable, you're able to sort of like break down what parts of the page are using the perspective that you created and what aren't, and how they are using it. So you can really like lead the eye or create like a connection between two panels on a page, and not necessarily have to have the whole page using the system. Or you can play with it, and it's like very modular. Okay, how do you build your anatomy? Do you use mannequins or anatomy books, or just eyeball it?
Just eyeball it. I know anatomy very good by now, so except when I have like something very complicated, then I'll do reference, or I'll look up.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I do. I take pictures of myself. If I have, sometimes it's arms, or, but only for very complicated anatomy.
Right. No, I can attest to the fact that over the past, I'll say 5 years, you've been using reference photos less and less over time.
Yeah.
And even for things that are pretty extreme in terms of like contortion or anatomy.
Yeah, for this, for example, I didn't use any reference. And actually, you can see the process of making this sketch.
Yeah.
On the YouTube. I think a few videos ago, if you scroll down, and you can see that for this one, first of all, you can see the process, which is nice. And I didn't use any reference. I do like going to live drawing sessions. I used to do it a lot, but not recently.
Yeah.
Like figure drawing.
Mm-hmm.
But I do need to get back to it, because it helps a lot with, especially with anatomy.
There's a follow-up question to that, which is how does the character fit into the perspective grid? I guess what they mean is, do you apply your perspective to the character, maybe?
Yeah, of course. Every character has to fit inside the perspective of the image. For this, for example, I knew that the character is going to be falling from above, and you look from below, you look up, then you have to see the character from below. So, for example, you see this shoulder is depicted higher than the other one.
Right. The
Because
other
you
one's
see it
further away.
from
The
below.
camera angle is.
And this leg is coming from here and not from here,
Right.
because it's from below.
Yeah.
And the face is, the chin is here and not here, because, and the head is like, it's bigger because you see it from below. You see the skull more.
It's closer to our point of view, sort of. Yeah. I think in your sketch here, we're able to see a little bit of the perspective guidelines that you have built behind it. I'm thinking they're in red behind the image. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think you see them. You see these lines?
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
And so these are the lines that you see them here on the architecture.
Yes.
Here.
Yeah.
These are the lines that they go away and they converge in the corners.
Right.
Both here and here.
Yeah.
And the other lines are going like this, the yellow ones. You see them here.
Yeah.
It looks complicated because it is complicated, because there's a lot of
distortion.
There's a lot of different options to use. So it's a grid that I can use in many different ways, but it's the same grid.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone else is doing these extreme fisheye tileable. I don't think I've seen anyone do that.
I think it's hard, because if you work traditionally, like because I'm working traditionally, but I do the sketches on the computer, so it's easy for me to just copy and paste the grid in the background and sketching over it. But I guess I can also like print it out and like use a pencil over it. It's the same thing. I see some people do like Kim Jong-ji used to do like fisheye lenses, but he was doing them like without any guidelines, so it's much harder. But it's possible, but the result is sometimes it's like a little bit wonky. Like this, I can see the entire perspective on the page all the time, which makes it easier to work on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing here, I'm starting with I have this set, this is very cool. I don't know if any one of the people who are watching now are artists as well, but so this is a set from the 70s. It's funny because my mother gave it to me like I think 10 years ago, more or less, but I never used them. And only after I went to a show in Florida. It's a show with it's it's called OAX. It's for mostly for art and not for like comic books. It's for comic artists. And I met someone there, and he told me he uses there's another company that makes technical pens like this, which is called Koh-i-Noor. I don't know if I'm saying
Koh-i-Noor.
Koh-i-Noor. So it's a more famous company, Faber-Castell, but I don't think they make it anymore. So it's a vintage, and it's technical pen. So it came with like a small ink bottle, and the ink here is like a block. It's like completely dry, and there's tool to like clean it, and it's very cool. So it has different sizes, and
I love the
what
retro look of the casing and
yeah,
the
it's
logo.
very cool. I like it. It's also it's very good for my art because first of all the ink is the same ink as the ink in the character, and second I can like choose different width of pens
Yeah.
for backgrounds, and because before that I used the microns, and the problem with the microns is the ink is not very black. It's almost like as if it's gray. I'm sure it's not gray, but it comes out a little bit gray. And here I can use with whatever ink I want.
Yeah.
And I use different sizes because and I know many other artists do it as well. It's not something that I invented or anything, but I use the different sizes for like for objects in the foreground. They're gonna be like with a wider ink. So for this, for example, I use this one, which is almost the thickest.
Is this from the set that's from the 70s?
Yeah,
cool. So this set is by Castell?
Faber-Castell.
Fabric? Is it?
Yeah, Faber-Castell is a company of the
pencils.
They make pencils.
Yeah, they make a lot of things. They make technical pencils and watercolor pencils, and
I think it's a French company or
yeah,
Belgium.
And the other company you were talking about, I brought it up on the screen here.
Koh-i-Noor.
Koh-i-Noor. Apparently, Koh-i-Noor is the name of the largest one of the largest cut diamonds in the world, weighing 105.6 carats. It is currently set in the crown of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother's crown.
The
diamond originated in the Kollur mine in present-day Andhra Pradesh, India. I guess that's why they chose the name, because it's like a
diamond. They're very precise.
Diamond. Yeah, one of the largest cut. So yeah, Kohinoor Art Supplies. Kohinoor offers art supplies, blah, 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 blah. But you know, it reminded me of something else. So pop quiz. Does anyone know what Saba Inur is? What was it?
I don't know.
Because Kohinoor reminded me of something
Oh,
from.
something from
Don't say, don't give it away.
Okay.
En Sabah Noor. Does anyone know? That's the pop quiz for today. Let's see if you can get it quickly without Googling it. It is En Sabah Noor, and it tangentially has, you know, it's.
I'm not sure I know what it is.
TK says, I love the usage of references to make the design more believable and grounded.
Yeah, I don't have anything against references. It's okay using the references. I'm not against it. I think that just when you know anatomy really, really well, you don't need the reference. And for drawing comics, you have no time for references for each and every panel because there's a lot of panels and a lot of pages to do. So just to save some time, I think it's faster not using them, but I don't have anything against it.
I'm pretty sure that we have a good idea of who TK on YouTube is. I mean, I could ask you the same question. How often do you use references in your work?
Ooh. When I do commissions, it's not really references, but I find like a tribute or something that's really, for example, for the last X-Men piece that I did.
Mm-hmm.
I used, it's not, I don't think we can call it reference because I didn't use it to help me draw the characters. I used it in order to like give a sort of a tribute to the art.
Right.
For example, for the X-Men piece that we sold at New York Comic Con, it was like a tribute to a painting by Raphael.
Yeah.
So it's not really a reference. It's a more like a homage.
Oh yeah, Murray, definitely you should, if you get the chance, go to OAX. I personally was not there yet. I didn't go with you when you went there, but it sounded amazing.
Yeah, it's so crazy because there's like, I don't know, you have like a Frazetta paintings there and everything.
Yeah.
You can see everything, but not me because I didn't have any time to see anything.
Yeah, you told me that you were basically every single second of your being at the conference, it was accounted for, and
I was working the entire time.
I'm gonna grab myself a Pepsi and I'll be right back.
So
that's the sound we like to hear.
I think I'm gonna maybe use again the wider one because there's I see wide lines on this corner and not on the other side.
Right.
I think we need add some on the other side as well, just to make it more.
No one
balanced.
knew what En Sabah Noor was in reference to. That's strange.
I'm not sure I know.
I'm pretty sure if I tell you, then it'll click and you'll go, "Oh,
it's
yeah."
Something from a movie.
It is some as well as
that's easy to guess, but
I mean, Murray says I go to conventions only for the art, and OAX is nothing but art. Exactly. You're gonna, yeah, it's gonna be amazing for you.
And you've never been there?
No, he hasn't been there yet.
I'm not gonna be there.
Not this year.
Yeah,
next year.
Next year.
Yeah. So the plan at the moment is that next year Nir will be at OAX once more, but we're not going to be attending this year.
This is what happens when you use so I need to make sure my hands are clean, otherwise
Yeah.
I'm gonna smudge ink on the paper, and that's that's never good.
Is there a way to, other than using like whiteout, is there a way to remedy that if that happens?
Not really.
No. It is X-Men. Do you remember what it is though, Jamie? Maybe this will help you. En Sabah Nur. En Sabah Nur.
Oh my god, that's scary.
Yes, I can be scary sometimes.
I thought it's from Stargate.
Nope, not Stargate. I think in Arabic, En Sabah Nur means light of the morning sun or something. Light of the morning sky or light of the morning sun. Nur is light, I'm pretty sure of that. Let me check. Nur. Yes, but what does it mean? It means, yeah, nur means light or brightness, but sometimes it's used to refer to something as beautiful. So, yeah. So no one has said it so far, but it is from X-Men. The character of Apocalypse, which is believed to be the first mutant in the X-Men universe, hails from ancient Egypt, in which he was a teenager or young adult, and the locals worshipped him in the same way they would a god because he had, reality bending powers, and they would refer to him as light of the morning sun or sky, and yeah, he was revered by that name.
Okay. I forgot to black out something.
I love the way that the character looks just like suspended there in that mid-fall position.
Yeah. So there's a statue that you see a lot of times in the story here. And you see it here as well. The same in the first page.
What is it a statue of?
It's supposed to be like a statue of the society, like main ideas.
Right. So it's like a political or
Sort of
social
social, yeah.
social construct.
I guess you can say that.
I don't think social construct is the exact terminology, but
I think
it's like a sculptural embodiment of the social
economic
yeah.
stature of the.
In the same way that like communism had these like futuristic
Yeah.
Statues as well that were a physical embodiment of their cultural values.
I did look up a lot of statues from that
time frame. Yeah. Futurism. Jamie, yeah, you got it. Right. It's really cool the way that Apocalypse started out because basically he was like a material / reality bender, but what he turns into later on is just sort of gross in my opinion. Like he turns into basically a cyborg, but with very, very advanced like futuristic nanotech in his body. wouldn't it have been cooler for him to just retain his organic nature and remain a reality bender? I think
What's a reality bender?
a reality bender is, so there are different categories of powers in the X-Men universe.
Okay.
One of the categories, which is, it differentiates itself from just telekinesis by the fact that you're not just moving objects in space with your psychological power, you're actually changing the fabric of reality. So the ability to turn one material into a different material falls outside of the purview of telekinesis, but that would be like a reality bending power.
Okay.
Or, to morph the environment that you're in completely,
Mm-hmm.
and not just have it be an illusion, but actually change the actual reality.
Okay.
That would be, and that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's his original, Apocalypse's original power, or something along those lines. But I'm gonna look it up just to be sure. I think
If we ever get a X-Men book to work on, I think I know who I'm gonna call and ask a lot of questions.
who?
You.
Me? You don't have to call me.
I
I'm
know.
right there. But yeah, I mean, I knew that I wasn't being 100% accurate because it was a long time ago since I read it. But yeah, Apocalypse's original mutant power was self-molecular manipulation. So not exactly reality bending, but he was changing the makeup of his own body, which is related to reality bending. So sort of like Mr. Fantastic. And his other abilities that came later, like energy manipulation, telekinesis, they come from his integration with powerful celestial technology after his powers manifested. So he sort of like, yeah, grafted um, celestial technology into his body and his being, and slowly happened upon even greater power. He was basically like power hungry. But why do the strongest mutants always have to be evil? I mean, even if you take like Jean Grey, her most powerful form was the Dark Phoenix.
But I think it's only like that in Marvel stories.
Hmm.
In DC, it's something else. I think in DC, the most powerful is Superman.
Murray
Is
says
it?
that he had to leave for the first half. He had to mute the sound, and he asks, "What is it that you're working on?"
Okay, I'm working on a page for my next, because I have a story that's supposed to come out very soon. So this is going to be the next one. And it's the first page from this comic. And the name of the comic is Helix Sky. And it's about a utopia.
An actual utopia.
An actual utopia, yeah. It's not about the utopia because the story is about something else, but it happens in a utopian society. So the first page is depicting, I think, the main character of the story, which is the city itself.
So just to reiterate really quickly, this is not from the next published book coming out.
Yeah,
There is going to be one book coming out soon, which is an unnamed and undisclosed project, but we will say that it is going to be published and the publisher is already on board and marketed, and it's a science fiction story.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like very soon,
Mm-hmm.
not that far away in the future.
Within the next few months.
Yes, I think so. At least more or less.
Can we say who the publisher is, or is that a secret?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think I need to ask them if it's okay to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
we're
next time.
we're not divulging any information because basically, yeah, we haven't really gone into the minutia of what we're able to say and what we're not. So it's just easier not to say anything basically at this point, but you're gonna know soon enough. Yeah, that project is going to be revealed soon.
Mm-hmm. So it's basically, but it's done. So I finished it, and I finished it a while ago,
Right.
and it is being colored right now. So the first two issues are already colored.
Mm-hmm.
The colorist is a very like famous colorist that I can't say who he is,
Yeah.
but he's very, very good.
Yeah, so normally you do your own color work as well
Yes, yeah.
digitally, but for this project, we wanted to keep the ball rolling,
Mm-hmm.
and having you plan the pages out and, sketch them and then ink them and continue inking was
Mm-hmm.
the preferred method for this
Yeah, I
specific
just
book.
didn't have time to do
Yeah.
all the coloring as
But
well.
rest
So just
assured, we are obviously looking at the coloring and giving feedback, and we love the way that it's turning out.
but
And
there's not a lot of feedback
yeah,
because
yeah,
he's
I know. Yeah, it's a very talented colorist.
and very like how to
Well
say it,
known, seasoned.
well seasoned, right?
Yeah.
That's the word I
Jamie
was looking for.
says Superman and Darkseid are the most powerful in DC, I think. I think so. Um, I have a
I'm
question actually. This is something that comes up every once in a while. What would you do if you had Superman's abilities?
are you asking me?
I'm asking everyone, including you. I'm asking Jamie. I'm asking TK. I'm asking Murray. And I'm asking you.
I don't think I'll do anything actually.
Nothing.
No, I'll just like go to Paris or go
Oh,
to
like,
like travel.
so you're saying like you'd use it to get a really good baguette?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
each morning
Each morning, yeah. That's cool. That's actually,
I'll travel.
yeah. Just use it to travel. I mean, I guess if you can fly, yeah, but flying is always, wouldn't that be like a real hassle?
Why?
Because the wind gets in your eyes
But
and you have to
I
like
don't
wear
think he.
goggles and
No, Superman doesn't wear goggles. He doesn't care about wind.
yeah, I'm trying to think of it in a more, let's say that you can fly and let's accept that as reality. We're just gonna accept that premise, okay?
Okay.
But if it's still grounded in some sort of like physical reality,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be cold up there. Your snot is gonna like freeze to your face.
Okay, you're saying I can fly, but I'm not Superman. Because
No,
I don't think
okay.
Superman is gets cold,
Do you think
for example.
Superman doesn't get cold?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Does he?
Do you think he works out?
No.
This is like my every single time we do a live feed, I end up
Yeah, that's the
asking,
yeah. It's
I
the same
end up
question all the
asking
time.
if the character that we're talking about works out.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was in the live
I think it
show. I
was.
think it
Was it?
was. I
Oh
think it
yeah.
was in Baltimore
No,
about
yeah, it was
the.
in Baltimore. Yeah.
Okay, so now that's actually I can show the because you see it with a backlight all the time, and
Yeah.
this is a much better way to see what the image actually look like.
Yes.
Show it with the other camera, maybe.
Hard to tell what's going on from this distance, but this is the inking that's been done so far on top of your sketch of the page.
Yeah. So I've done the foreground, I guess,
Well, I mean, you've
and the
blocked it
main.
out. You still have the white lines on the foreground?
I have the white lines and I have like the details, but most of the foreground is I think is done.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. And maybe this as well is gonna be in this
Jamie says I
thickness.
could travel to the asteroid belt and safely transport rare non-radioactive elements. Important that they're non-radioactive, I guess, to Earth's orbit, eliminating resource wars and scarcity for crucial modern technologies. That sounds very sweet, Jamie, like a nice idea. I'm not sure that people would just become, nice to each other if they had the basic like materials to generate energy from space.
I think so. I
I
think
don't
yes.
know. Do you think that like in a post-scarcity world, our like the sublimation of our anger as primates just goes away, it just dissipates into nothingness?
No, it will still happen, but I think less than now.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe. I think it like demands a cultural change over time, over a long period of time.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's a nice idea. I don't know, can Superman like last in space for a long time?
Yeah.
Doesn't he need to breathe?
No, he
No?
doesn't need to breathe, but he needs the red sun.
Oh,
Yellow sun? Yellow sun, I
yellow.
think.
Wait, he
He
doesn't need
needs
to.
a yellow
So
sun.
wait, you're saying that Superman doesn't breathe oxygen,
I don't think he needs to breathe,
but he's a humanoid.
but he can like be in space.
I think he can be in space for short periods of
No,
time.
no, it can be for very long periods of time.
That's also something that sort of nags at me sometimes with the space thing. How is like, oh, so Captain Marvel, for instance, how is she breathing? Does she have like an oxygen thing in her suit, or what's going on there?
I'm not sure about specifically Captain Marvel, but I know that Superman doesn't need to breathe.
Does he?
I read the Tom King story about Supergirl,
Yeah,
Woman of Tomorrow,
yeah.
and she's in space like most of the story.
Isn't she like also addicted to alcohol or
Yeah,
something?
she's a funny character there.
So
It's a
you're
nice
saying
story.
like Superman can get drunk?
Yeah, so she wants to get drunk, and she can get drunk only when she goes out of the solar system and
Mm.
into a other solar system that doesn't have a yellow sun.
Oh,
So
okay.
then she's just a regular person, and she can
Right.
get drunk. And if she's
That's commitment.
within the yellow sun, she can't
Get drunk.
get drunk.
Wow, she's a major junkie then. If she's like going across the
Yeah,
galaxy to get
yeah,
drunk.
that's the story. It's a very cool story.
Mm-hmm.
And I met Tom King in New York.
Oh, how is that?
It was nice. It's very nice.
Yes.
And I bought. What did I buy from? I think I bought this story.
The book?
Yeah,
Was it
The Bilquis Evely drawn Superwoman.
does Bilquis also do the coloring?
I don't
Or was
remember.
it colored by someone else?
Don't remember.
Murray says I'd fly places quickly also. Yeah, I mean that's a given. The moving around quickly and being able to get the best whatever baguette or croissant or your favorite like Chinese food from a place that's actually in Sichuan or Chengdu, and then be back in time for
Yeah, because all this like helping people,
yeah.
people say they'll do that, but they
Mm.
don't do it now. So
No, I
why would
know.
they do it when they have like
I
superpowers?
think when you become impervious, so basically, like if you're walking down the street and you see someone being mugged,
Hmm.
you're not going to intervene for fear of you being attacked as well, right?
I'm not sure that's the only reason.
But if you're impervious,
I
you're
know,
you're
but I'm
able
not
to
sure
just.
that's the only reason.
It's not the only reason, but I'm sure it's one of the reasons. I don't know. I think I'd eventually turn into a tyrant.
Yeah.
I think so. Maybe. I'm not sure, but
I think if you do intervene with
yeah.
stuff, then
Then you
it's
turn
easy for
into
you to turn into a
right.
tyrant
Yeah. Yeah.
after a few like years. But
Yes.
if you don't, if you just use it to get baguettes,
Right. But can you like
you'll
get
stay the same,
but can you
basically.
not like become an evil baguette getter?
You can.
Or I
You
don't
can
know.
steal baguettes.
But then
Like
yeah, that's I
get
mean,
them and not pay for them.
well yeah, you could do that. Or I think it's a slippery slope. Because you start
Yeah, you
off
start
by helping
yeah,
like granny whatever not get run over by a truck and
and then you steal baguettes all of a
well,
sudden.
stealing baguettes would be like the second thing you did. And then the third thing, before you know it, you're like
A tyrant.
Well,
Just
yeah, you're like
and
leading
that's it.
an army of psychic
Hmm.
fascists, and you're like, and then you don't really have time to reflect back on how you
Psychic
reached
or psychos?
psychic.
So in this scenario, we're talking about like there's a chance that the entire society is made out of a lot of superheroes, not just you. There's a lot of
I
others
mean, if there's
as well.
one, then it makes sense that there'd be more than one, right? I think singular things are very rare in the universe.
What do you think? There's any idea about superheroes that nobody did before?
You mean like the powers?
Powers or ideas or subject matters?
Subject matters. I mean, I think there are subject matters that haven't been explored because they don't exist yet.
I mean, just in superhero genres.
Right. Um, if we're talking about like the a category of a story, so sort of like a general gestalt of what the story is, no, I think every type of story has been told.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
think so?
but I don't think every
I don't think
specific
so.
story has been told. I only think that the types of stories have been told. Because I mean, oh, the human race has been creating stories based off of what our emotions are capable of conveying, right? So you have like comedy, you have tragedy, you
But
have all the different types
maybe
of.
our maybe we're gonna expand in that event
If we do
manner.
that, then by that point we're you wouldn't be able to call us human anymore, I think. By that point, so this is also another pitfall of people like whenever they think of future scenarios for humanity, they go, if humanity survives the next million years, I mean, a million years is a very, very long time for society to evolve, right?
Who said that?
On Reddit and on the internet, you have all these opinions of like what will happen down the line, right?
Hmm.
I think it's very hard for us to tell what the situation for humanity would be 500 years down the road
Sure, it's
if we
hard,
don't
but you
eliminate
can.
ourselves or something. um,
But that's the thing about speculation.
oh yeah, for
You
sure,
can
but I mean
speculate.
speculation needs to be grounded in some sort of framework. I think
Yeah.
a million years down the road, if we stay around for that time, we will not it will not look like anything that would be called humanity by that
Okay,
point.
but you can
Yeah.
speculate how will it look like, and
Yeah, you can
maybe
try.
like maybe think about ideas that happen in this scenario.
So I think my answer, like my at least personal answer, would be that science fiction has explored many ideas that superhero plots has haven't explored yet.
Do you think superheroes are like part of science fiction? I'm not sure.
I mean, no, it's more like fantasy, right?
Yeah, it's fantasy.
It's more
I
fantasy.
guess it depends on
It depends
what
on the
kind of
story, yeah.
superhero story.
If it's like a commentary on how whatever technology has warped or changed something or affected something, it would
For example,
in a superhero
yeah,
story. Let me think about that.
I guess that cyborg
I mean,
stories or
cyborgs, yeah, maybe, or even in a way like the Alien series.
but it's not a superhero story
No, it's
at all.
not. Yeah, that's true. Do we have a
I think
superhero
superheroes
science
can be
fiction
like
story?
superheroes can be it's not a genre, it's more something else. It's not exactly a genre because Batman stories, for example, are crime mostly.
Yeah.
And some of the, for example, the story that I talked about before, the Tom King story, it's a science fiction because it's mostly in space, or maybe it's fantasy.
Which one? The King.
Woman of
No,
Tomorrow.
I think it's still fantasy, right?
Yeah, it's fantasy.
Because there's
Sorry.
no like that portion of like how dominant
Science, yeah.
science is in the story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm,
It can be fantasy,
but I
but
find that
for
like
example, like Batman or Daredevil or I don't know, stories that are
that's all
more
just fiction.
grounded. It's mostly crime.
Yeah, it's just fiction. It's not even science fiction. It's not fantasy. I
It's
mean,
crime.
yeah, it's like sometimes they're like
Noir.
whodunits, and sometimes they are
Noir.
yes, detective sort of stories. Batman, I mean, that's been well documented and figured out by now
Yeah,
that
but I think that Batman also has like science fiction stories in it,
does
and
it?
fantasy for sure.
Does it though? Does it have fantasy in it?
Yeah, there's Mr. Freeze. I don't know. It's stuff that is like very like not realistic. I don't
Why?
know.
You could, I mean, it's plausible that someone would come up with like a freezing
Okay,
sort of
Man Bat. I don't know.
man bat. What's man
Yeah,
bat?
Man Bat is like it's like
Oh yeah, I
a
remember.
gargoyle that looks like a
It's a genetic experiment or something, right?
yeah, yeah. So basically, it is maybe more leaning more to the science fiction
Yeah, yeah.
area.
Also, there are these like morals in the story that arise from the use of or abuse of yeah laboratory rights or like doctors that mess around with genetics and all these different
That's
types
science
of
fiction.
yeah.
I
So
think it
that does
started with
happen in Batman. But then if you take something like Star Trek, for instance, that's I think a mixture of fantasy and sci-fi.
Star Trek is science
It's
fiction.
more science fiction, yeah. But even
Star
there,
Wars is fantasy.
but even in Star Trek, you have like the Q, which is this race of
Yeah, but
omnipotent.
it's still in the realms of science fiction.
I mean, basically, at the end of the day, aren't science fiction and magic very science and magic? Aren't they very similar to each other?
So for me, the difference between fantasy and science fiction is not if there's magic or swords or space. It's about the issue that the story is about. So,
Yeah.
for example, for Star Wars, it's more about politics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's more science, more fantasy.
But you just 2 minutes ago you said it's more science fiction.
No,
Star
I
Trek.
was talking about Star Trek. Now I'm talking about Star
Oh
Wars.
yeah, Star Wars is very
Star
political
Wars
for sure. Yeah.
it's like about the
Yeah.
society and
Yeah.
politics.
The technology is secondary
It's
there. It's
basically
not
like Lord of the Rings.
yes. Yeah.
Exactly,
In
like
space though.
in space. But the fact that it's in space, it doesn't change the fact that it's fantasy.
Yeah, I agree with you. The technology in Star Wars is definitely secondary or tertiary and not the focal point of the
And
story.
for example, Jurassic Park is
Is
science
science
fiction
fiction.
because it's about science. It's like
Yeah, it's a moral regarding the misuse of scientific. Yeah.
oh what? How did this happen?
Uh-oh. Maybe you're check to see that there's no
No,
spilt.
yeah, I guess it's from the pen.
Oh, is the pen leaking?
Mm-hmm. I got smudge here.
Is the inkwell in place?
Yeah, it's in place. It's the pen.
Jamie says the
It,
challenge would be deciding which problems to fix and how to fix them without overriding human autonomy and agency. I would have to be incredibly careful to avoid a global dictator, even an evil one. I mean, even a good one as well.
there are global dictators now,
Well, yeah. I mean,
and they don't have any superpowers except money, which is kind of a
it is a
superpower.
superpower. Money is like, if you're a trillionaire or billionaire, it's basically like being the son of the god of money. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're in today's Western society, at least. I think, yeah, being that rich is sort of being like anointed under the church of capitalistic dominance. You have the means to create basically anything you want, right? It is sort of like a superpower.
Mm-hmm. Are we making any sense to people, or are we just talking rubbish? And
I mean, we are making sense to ourselves, and that would lead me to believe that at least some people find what we're talking about coherent.
I like drawing action lines. This one is very decisive. What's the time?
We have been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes. The time is now 10 to 8. No, that can't be right. Let me see. Yeah, the time is 10 to 8. Is that possible?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it is possible. Harley King says, like Batman? I think he's referring to
Batman.
to Batman. No, but what is he asking it about though? Harley, what is that in reference to? He's indeed got money. Yes, like Batman. I would say that Batman is some sort of like vigilante Elon Musk type of character,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Except not crazy.
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, he's pretty crazy.
He's crazy, but
He's
in a
crazy in a different way. Yeah. I wonder if you can be that rich and not become somewhat detached from reality. I mean,
I'm sure there are options of like normal rich people.
we've been watching Alien Earth, the series, and it's not really a spoiler, so it doesn't really matter, but there's a character there who is incredibly insanely rich, and we find the depiction of the character to be somewhat of like too much of a character, too much of a caricature,
Caricature, yeah.
of what a rich, spoiled sort of genius would
He's
behave like.
like a Mark Zuckerberg, like young Elon Musk.
But way more obnoxious.
Yeah, but it's too much. It's like I don't really like the series. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's not I don't know.
It's not giving.
It's not giving.
I think there so far we've seen I think 4 episodes only.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the soundtrack selection is questionable.
Yeah, questionable is the word.
It's strange as well. Like it sometimes I feel like something has been muted and the music is playing from a different application. That's how disjointed it feels at times. And other than that, I don't know. Maybe
There's
yeah.
too much things that are like feel like sloppy writing.
Yeah. Murray says even the most altruistic and peaceful superhero would be demonized, unfortunately. I think anyone in the public purview is going to be demonized by some groups or individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if something is up for debate, there's going to be people debating on either side or multiple sides of that thing that is in the public view, right?
Especially now.
Especially, yeah, in this day and age where polarization is so rampant via, the
Social media.
the all-powerful algorithms that dictate how people perceive the reality. But there is more and more awareness regarding what social media does to people.
I think so. I think they're trying to change things, but I think it's a bit too late now.
Harley
Make
says, I don't
actual
like
change.
moral heroes anyway. Moral heroes. I mean, if they're immoral, are they still heroes?
Yeah, they can be like
Hero in the broad sense of the term, as in like
anti-heroes.
yeah, I have socks that say anti-hero.
What his name is Harley King. It's
Yes.
like the Harley Quinn, but in a
No, I think Harley Quinn is like not Queen, it's Quinn. Harlequin, like a
I
harlequin.
know, but I think it's like pun. Is it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a pun. Or I'm sure there are people that I mean Harley is for sure a popular first name, and King is a very popular surname. So I think like the name Harley King is very, very possible. But it seems too on the nose to be yeah, it seems like a pun, a selected name.
Let's hear the truth.
We'll see. I mean, you don't have to divulge Harley if you don't want to. But my feeling is that at least partially the name is curated.
Curated. That's a nice way to say it.
We're going to be streaming live for the next 4 minutes, and we're going to keep it at an hour and a half today.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically finished the character, did the foreground, blocked in the statue in the midground, and you have most of the foreground and midground sort of like inked in with the basic shape.
And some of the background as well.
Jamie says, I haven't watched the Alien series. They are working on more films I have heard. I'm going to watch Predator Badlands on the weekends. Is that the film you are interested in seeing? The film that we're interested in seeing is I think we wanted to go to see Chainsaw Man in the theater.
And Frankenstein.
And Frankenstein. I don't know if we brought that up yet. We haven't seen the newer Frankenstein movie, but we'd like to see that in the theater as it has at least some promise of being a visually stimulating film.
Yeah, and my father said that we asked him if he liked it, and he said it was okay. And I think it's like that was it's telling me that he didn't hate it, which is very good for a science fiction story.
Because he
doesn't
normally,
like no, he doesn't like science fiction at all.
Yeah. What's the reason though? Does he feel that it's impractical?
Maybe, I don't know. I never asked him that. Yeah, I think he prefers like more grounded stories.
Yeah.
I think he grew up like in a time where I don't know, books were more
Informational or
no, like they didn't have like they did have movies, but he grew up in the 50s, so
yeah.
They had movies, but they I think they read much more, and but there was science fiction there, so I'm not sure if that's the actual reason for that.
Harley says I saw Frankenstein last night. I love it. Great. That sounds good. And then Chainsaw Man is this sort of like we really didn't know what we were getting into when we started watching the series and we finished the season. And it's been very sort of like teenager oriented, like childish, immature shonen type of, but it does have some, I mean, good animation and nice design.
Yeah, it does great.
So that
great animation.
Apart from when he turns into Chainsaw Man and then it turns into 3D animation.
Yeah.
And then everything, basically the style just becomes really stiff at that point. I think they do that in order to sort of like cut back on costs. Yeah.
Does anybody here watches any anime?
Oh yeah, Jamie, it's anime. Chainsaw Man is I mean, it's not what it
It's
sounds
a
like.
manga. It
Yeah,
started as a manga.
it's manga. It's based on manga. It's animated, mostly 2D animation, but some 3D animation as well. Japanese manga-based series and then film. Because it not knowing that, just hearing the term Chainsaw Man, it sounds like one of like the Saw movies or some sort of horror flick. But that's not what it.
It's not. No, it's not
No,
horror.
it's not horror. It's more gore.
Yeah, it's gore.
It's gore. It's action, I guess.
Shonen.
Yeah, it's shonen.
Teenage action story.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Like a YA. Maybe it's the more correct way to describe it.
We're going to sign off at this point for today.
Okay, just let me show the what I've done so far.
Yeah.
I have to clean this somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I have like the entire foreground here and some of the background. And I need to finish this part. I'm gonna do it with the smallest technical pen.
Mm-hmm.
And basically after that I do like some more details on the background and do the whites over the character in here and here, and that's it. The page is basically done. I think I have like maybe 3 more hours to finish it, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Thank you for joining us today. This is our camera now.
Okay.
And we're going to be live streaming again, same time next week.
Yeah, we are.
We don't yet know what we're going to be doing, but I'm
No.
thinking it's going to be similar to today's session,
Yeah,
more or less.
more or less.
It was great seeing you guys and chatting again.
Or a commission.
Could be a commission.
Could be a commission. Could be maybe more sketch cards. I don't know.
Yeah. Have a good
Sure.
evening, good day,
Yeah.
wherever you are, and we'll see you again pretty soon.
Bye bye.
See ya.